What's up, guys? Living Survival. Today we have a knife review, and this is a viewer request. This is the CRKT Hammond Cruiser. It is a Jim Hammond design for CRKT. No longer in production, I don't believe, but they are still available, and they are pretty affordably priced. So let's take a better look. So this is the CRKT Hammond Cruiser, designed by Jim Hammond, who was one of the first designers to work at CRKT. You can see it says Hammond Cruiser there, and on the other side they have the CRKT logo. It's a fairly big knife. It's a wide knife. I can show it to you compared to the M16. You can see it's a lot bigger. It does have a very nice grip though. It grips in your hand. You can see how much bigger it is than my hand there, but it offers a really good grip. It features these green Zytel handles, which are nice and grippy. Again, just gives you that solid grip. Has stainless liners inside. It is a liner lock. You got some jimping on the liner here, as well as a little bit of jimping here on the back of the blade. It does have dual thumb studs. It's a clip point flipper, so it is not assisted, but it is a flipper. It features the LAWKS system, or lock system, which essentially gives it more strength and turns it into sort of a fixed blade, locking it so that it will not flip back on you. So that's a pretty cool feature, and since it is such a large, sort of beefy knife, I imagine it'll do pretty well as sort of a fixed blade replacement. You do get two pocket clips. I'm not sure why, they're exactly the same, but you can put them left or right, tip up or tip down, which is nice. It does feature a nice large lanyard hole there. However, when you close the blade, after you disable the lock there, the blade does go right through the hole, so won't really function as a lanyard hole for you. This blade has rock solid lockup, no movement there at all, and does seat pretty nicely, relatively in the center there. It is a heavy knife, 6.1 ounces, and you can see it showing you the comparison of thickness there. It's a lot thicker than something like the M16, but again, with its bigger, heavier frame and the 3.75-inch blade, enable the lock system there, and it becomes sort of a stand-in fixed blade. So I like it. I had not heard of this knife before. As I said, this is a viewer request, so I picked one up. I believe it was around the $20 mark, so great knife for $20. I'm going to try some light batoning here. We'll go ahead and engage the lock there. Now, you don't really want to baton with a holder, but you can see that when you engage that lock, this blade is definitely solid enough to process some smaller wood. Doing a great job. right through a knot there. Try something a little bigger here. It's actually working awesome at batoning this wood. So it definitely has no problem batoning that size wood. You could definitely process down some good firewood with it. It's not going to do any really large logs, but it'll definitely process you down some kindling. And got no issues with play or anything like that. Held up just fine to some batoning. And with that lock system, you don't have to worry about the blade flipping back around, which is really nice. So I like it. It went right through that wood with no problem. Can do some everyday tasks here, like cutting some cordage. No problem. Slices right through paracord. Try something a little bit thicker here. No problem. Alright, so we'll cut through some cardboard here. Alright, so we got some paper here. Still relatively sharp. It is catching a little bit. You can see that there is a slight nick in the blade from the batoning. So that 8C or R13 MOV just doesn't really want to hold up to batoning too well. Alright guys, so the CRKT Hammond Cruiser. Definitely a pretty sweet little folding knife. It's got the lock system on it, so you can turn it into sort of a fixed blade, although I would keep your wood processing to a minimum. It'll definitely do it in a pinch, would be great as a backup, especially for the price, $20. It is quite thick, and it is quite large for an everyday, pocket carry. However, it would be a great backup to have a blade that you don't really, care about abusing too much in one of your kits, your bug out bag, get home bag. It's got the green handles, which are really grippy. It's got a great grip to it, and it did process the wood really well. It does have a slight nick in the blade right there in the center. Nothing that can't be touched up. Definitely isn't damaged or anything like that. So overall, for a price tag around $20, it's a pretty nice little backup blade to have, and you guys should check it out. So I appreciate one of my viewers recommending that I review this knife. I'm glad I picked it up. And if you guys got any other knives or any other products you want me to review, please let me know and I'll do my best to bring it to you. So as always, Thumbs up if you guys like this video. Leave me some comments below. And as always, subscribe for more videos.